Hi scholars, this is Angel coming to you with another video. This one is requested by my brother and it is concerning how to have the correct form while running. And this is like not for, it's not going to be extensively scholaristic, only because I already know certain things about my brother, and right now I'm feeling too lazy to get my sources together. However, what I know about my brother so far, already rather, is that he has been running for years. He's a pretty fast runner, and so his body's well conditioned. However, he does lift weights, and he lifts heavy weights, which could hinder his speed somewhat for longer distances. So my brother was asking, how do you have the correct form? I think, as some scholars have stated, the correct form is more the correct form for you. What makes you run really effective and efficiently without injury. And that's the overall goal. Running is just like everything else. The more you practice it, the better you become. The challenge is not becoming injured. So my brother is an overprognator. Overprognators, essentially in layman's terms, have flat feet. So back in the olden days, the military would not allow you to join. However, there's two types of flat feet. There are people with flat feet who, even if you place a certain type of cushioning, the feet will still remain flat. They're the ones that are still kind of prohibited from joining the military. However, what I have since learned is that a lot of us have flat feet, but they're moldable, meaning with the right gear, you can actually form an arch, which is a little painful as it sounds, but doable. However, you don't even really need to do that in this era. There's enough shoes to accommodate gaits. So the first thing is to have a really good pair of running shoes that accommodate your arch or lack thereof. I personally, my favorite preference is towards Asics, secondly to Hoka's, and I think that's it. Asics are more expensive, however, they last longer. You can get 500 miles out of an Asics shoe, which I found Hoka's are just not that durable for a longer haul. The second thing is be patient. A lot of people run, and the goal they have is to run fast. They're not thinking that the better you become at it, speed will come naturally. Now, I'm not going to get again into the highly technical components of running, but there's the 80-20 rule for those who are running marathons. And it seems like scholars are divided between the new methods and the older methods. So just like everything else, technology has become greater. So people want to run faster, more quickly. However, what physiologists are finding out, you still need those traditional methods. So my favorite is the 80-20. As you increase mileage, for instance, I generally, until recently, which was a mistake of mine, ran the same distance for 12 weeks. And what I observed was, after a certain period, my body naturally adapted to the mileage, which means I naturally increased without any effort. So, I didn't have to like kill myself. And the 80-20 is like 80% of your runs are done at a really light pace. Not even what they call moderate, but your pace should be what they call endurance. Endurance pace or slow paces, where I think if you're looking at your heart rate, it should not, everyone's heart rate is different, but your heart rate should not be that high. A lot of people can still talk and run with moderate paces, and so people are running at moderate paces versus slow paces, so they don't have the energy to increase distance safely. Besides, I mean, if you run everything fast to your chance in injury. So, and some people say, well, if you run slow, your chance in injury. I think it depends upon your cadence too. So again, this becomes highly technical with many viewpoints, but the first part is the correct shoe. Secondly, I would suggest be moderate in your increase of distance. Don't put too much on yourself too fast. 3, try to enjoy the run. Make sure you can speak, make sure you can conversate, enjoy your music, and you're not just out there huffing and puffing. Bad. And I think beyond that, practice. The more you practice, the better you become at running. There are no shortcuts, even with all the technology. I read an article just 2 days ago or a day ago, and it was talking about why do elite runners peak in their 30s. And what studies are showing also that if you have never really ran fast, you still have that capability even into your 60s and 70s if you put in the effort. So it seems as if every one of us has a governor on us on how fast we can run and how long we can run fast. And so my advice is, don't waste that time on practice runs. Enjoy your runs, and your form will come naturally. It's just like driving, just like riding a bicycle, everything. You become better over time. So my advice is your shoe, patience, enjoying it, make sure you can conversate, and build in that the oxygen, allow the oxygen to flow through your muscles, build those muscles up really strong so that you become a strong runner. Becoming a strong runner first will make you a faster runner through a very slow process. But it does work, and you can get through your journey to your goal safely.